Hi, this is Big Julie, and we are going to look at the wide world of wacky Wayne Shorter chord progressions and how to solo in that style. Now, Wayne Shorter's songs often have a lot of very extended chords and a very dense sort of chord progression. Not that it necessarily changes key so much. We're really not talking about keys. We're talking about different colors and textures, rather that it changes colors or accidentals often. But with all that in mind, you might think that it's very difficult and very constricting to solo in that kind of environment, but it actually leaves you a lot of options. So I'm going to try and show you some of them now. Now at this point, we had different ways to solo. You can, at this point in history, have modal ways of soloing, pentatonic, similar idea. You have polytonality as a way to approach these things. You have all kinds of new altered scales as a way to attack things. There's a traditional harmony way, looking at things through the 2-5-1 lens, through a bebop lens. And there's blues way to look through things, of course. Those are some of them, and so we're going to look at them here in this piece called Fall. Wayne Shorter slow piece. These are probably the changes or something similar to it. So we're going to start on F sharp, add 4. F sharp 7, add 4. And then B7 flat 9. You could imply flat 5 here, but you don't have to, and we're going to talk about that. You could also imply a sharp 9. You don't have to. You look at the melody, though, it's a G sharp, so it's a natural 13 on this B chord, which is a little weird. Then we have E sus, 9 sus. If you interpret this B7 flat 9 to have a natural 5th, and with that G sharp on top, natural 13th, the only difference between that and the F sharp 7 is a C instead of a C sharp. It's the only difference between those two chords and the E, if you're playing pentatonics, is the C sharp and the C. You can just play an F sharp blues scale for the B7 and add that flat 5, and then go back to F sharp pentatonic for the E, because that'll work over the E also. It's a very minimalist way to do it. Now, if you're going to say that the B7 flat 9 has a flat 5, which we usually do, then the difference would be a C and an F. And you get this interesting downward movement of C sharp and F sharp, and then C and an F over the B, and then the E sus you get E over B, and then the E flat you get E flat over B flat. So you have these parallel fourths moving down for 4 measures. That sounds like this. So that has a lot of movement in it, a lot of changes. If you want to look at the polytonality, you could look at the F sharp as an A major 7 over F sharp, and then the B7 flat 9 is an A flat triad over B, and then you have nice movement there from an A, some sort of A to some sort of A flat, and then you get to E, you could do a G major over E. Now if you want to look at interesting scales here, for F sharp, you could use just an F sharp minor. That B7 flat 9 is a perfect place for a wholly diminished or a diminished whole step scale. And then E sus again. And then an E flat major flat 9, which is it's a Lydian. It's just Lydian. It should say sharp 11, not flat 5. And for the B7 flat 9, you can also use a C harmonic minor. It's a very North Texas thing to do, as a alternate way of using a 5 to E being the 1. And then F sharp would be the 2, so it would be a 2, 5, 1 and E. You have F sharp and then a B, some kind of B alternate, which it certainly is, and then you do the C harmonic minor scale, and then you go to an E, and then an E flat, and that becomes something new. So there's a zillion ways to do that. Now I'm going to demonstrate some of them, and then you can listen to my version of this and get some more. Here's the polychords. So let's see if any of these things will work. We're going to do a minimalist, just changing to a C from the F sharp to the B7 flat 9. Works fine. All you have to change is the C. And then you go to the E flat. Just go to an E flat. That's the minimalist. Here is pentatonic. That sounded nice. Had some movement to it. We can do some bizarro scales. Altered scales here. Harmonic minor, whole step diminished or fully diminished, and then E. Instead of just resolving E minor, just some sort of E sus. So that's like that. Polytonality. This is A over F sharp, and A flat over B, D over E, and then E flat over E flat. So, as I said, there's a million ways to do this. And if you click on my song, you can see some stuff that I came up with.